DeMarco's. The Millionaire Fastlane isn't just another personal finance book, it's a wake-up call. It shatters traditional wealth-building advice and exposes why the slow path to wealth, the one most people follow, is a trap. If you've ever been told to work for 40 years, save diligently, invest in index funds, and maybe retire rich at 65, DeMarco argues that you've been sold a lie. Wealth doesn't have to take decades. It can happen much faster if you understand the right principles. Most people are trapped in what DeMarco calls the slow lane, the traditional path of getting a good job, saving a percentage of their income, investing in 401ks, and hoping compound interest makes them rich. This approach relies on time, and the problem with it is that it keeps you poor when you're young and only makes you wealthy when you're old, if at all. By the time you have the money to enjoy life, your best years are gone. Then there's the sidewalk, the group of people who live paycheck to paycheck, spend impulsively, and have no financial plan at all. These are the people who rely on luck, gambling, or hoping for a financial miracle. They never build wealth because they never take control of their money. But then there's the Fastlane, the unconventional approach that creates millionaires in a fraction of the time. The Fastlane is about using business, leverage, and scalable income streams to accelerate wealth building. Instead of trading time for money, Fastlaners build systems that generate income on autopilot. One of the most powerful takeaways from the Millionaire Fastlane is that wealth is not about working harder, it's about working smarter. You could work 80 hours a week at a job and still never get rich because jobs limit your earning potential. There are only so many hours in a day, and if your income is tied to hours worked, there's a cap on how much you can make. Fastlaners don't just work for money. They build money-making machines. They create businesses, digital assets, or scalable solutions that continue generating income even when they're not actively working. This could be anything from a software company to a YouTube channel, an online course, an e-commerce brand, or even licensing intellectual property. The key is to create something that can grow beyond just your personal efforts. One of the biggest myths DeMarco destroys is the idea that wealth is all about saving money. While saving is important, it's not what makes you rich. No one has ever become a millionaire by cutting out lattes or coupon clipping their way to wealth. The real focus should be on increasing your income exponentially, not just minimizing expenses. The book also highlights the importance of control. If you work a job, your financial future is in someone else's hands. Your boss decides your salary, your hours, your promotions, and even whether you have a job tomorrow. Fastlaners take control by building their own systems, setting their own income, and making decisions that put them in charge of their financial future. Another major lesson from the Millionaire Fastlane is that the market rewards those who solve problems. The bigger the problem you solve, the more money you make. If you want to build wealth quickly, you need to focus on providing massive value. Look at billionaires. They got rich by solving large-scale problems. Jeff Bezos made shopping easier, Elon Musk is revolutionizing transportation, and Mark Zuckerberg connected the world through social media. The lesson: don't chase money, chase solutions, and money will follow. DeMarco also talks about entry and exclusivity. If anyone can do what you're doing, you're in a competitive, low-profit business. If it's easy to start, like driving for Uber or freelancing on Fiverr, it's also easy for thousands of others to do the same thing, making it hard to earn real money. Fastlaners build businesses with high barriers to entry, things that are hard to replicate, like proprietary software, unique branding, or specialized expertise. Another takeaway is the power of scalability. A traditional job is not scalable because you can only work so many hours. But a business, that can be scaled infinitely. A book can sell millions of copies, a software product can be licensed to thousands of companies, and an online course can be sold repeatedly without additional effort. Scalability is what separates average earners from the ultra-wealthy. DeMarco also warns about the danger of consumerism. Many people who make decent money never become wealthy because they spend everything they earn on liabilities, expensive cars, luxury homes, designer clothes. Fastlaners use their money to acquire assets that generate more income. They reinvest profits into growth, not just lifestyle upgrades. He also challenges the belief that wealth requires luck. Many people think getting rich fast is impossible unless you win the lottery or inherit money. But wealth building is a skill. It follows patterns. If you understand these patterns, value creation, scalability, leverage, you can engineer your own financial success. Another key takeaway is that time is your most valuable asset. In the slow lane, people trade time for money for decades. Fastlaners understand that time is the only resource you can never get back, so they build income streams that free up their time. The ultimate goal isn't just money, it's freedom. The book also discusses the importance of execution. Many people get stuck in the learning phase, constantly reading, planning, and preparing but never taking action. Fastlaners execute. They test ideas, fail fast, pivot, and keep moving. Action is the difference between those who dream about wealth and those who achieve it. One of the most actionable points in the Millionaire Fastlane is the importance of automation and delegation. Most people who try to start businesses get stuck doing everything themselves. This limits growth and leads to burnout. Fastlaners understand that to scale, they must build systems, automate processes, and delegate tasks. Instead of being the one doing all the work, they create structures that allow money to flow without their constant involvement. The book also highlights that luck is manufactured. Many people believe millionaires get lucky, but DeMarco explains that luck is often the result of putting yourself in the right situations repeatedly. The more you create, experiment, and take action, the more lucky opportunities appear. Sitting around waiting for luck is a guaranteed way to stay broke. Another counterintuitive insight is that you don't have to be the smartest person in the room to get rich. Many wealthy people aren't geniuses, they're problem solvers. They find gaps in the market, connect people, or improve existing systems. Execution matters more than IQ. A person with an average intelligence but an extreme bias for action will always outperform someone who's brilliant but never takes action. DeMarco also stresses that your business should not rely on your personal brand alone. Many entrepreneurs build businesses around their personality, but this limits scalability. A true Fastlane business should be able to operate even if the owner steps away. Think about how McDonald's, Apple, and Amazon function without their founders. Building a self-sustaining system is key to long-term wealth. DeMarco also introduces the 5 commandments of wealth, which are essential for any successful business or venture. These include need. Your business must solve a real problem. People pay for solutions, not ideas. Entry. If anyone can start it, competition will be fierce. Find something with a barrier to entry. Control. Own the system. Don't rely on platforms that can cut you off at any moment. Scale. Make sure your business has the potential to grow beyond you. Time. Build something that eventually runs without your constant input. Ultimately, the Millionaire Fastlane teaches that getting rich doesn't have to take 40 years. But it also doesn't happen overnight. It takes strategy, execution, and a mindset shift away from traditional financial advice. One of the most powerful lessons is that getting rich is not about working more, it's about working on the right things. Many people work extremely hard but never become wealthy because they are focusing on the wrong vehicle. A person working 80 hours a week at a job still has limited income potential, while someone who owns a scalable online business can make money while they sleep. Fastlaners optimize for leverage, not just effort.